Do we have a sound from my microphone? Because I think we have a sound from my microphone. Can I skip this? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. For syncing purposes. We got sound from the game. And we got Sabi8 following again. Rich Theron, thank you for following. And Sabi8, of course. But Sabi8 followed a couple of weeks back. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why it's giving me the same notification. Followed me just now. Sabi8 did. Sabi8, are you there? Are you there? Are you out there? Because I just started streaming. You know how it is. Rubbish soundtrack. Rubbish. Let's go live. Let's put my face on camera. Welcome to the stream. I got a thing in my nose. Because my glasses are broken. Let's not have the thing on my nose. On my nose. It's this whole thing. They're sort of broken. They're sort of not. I need to get a new one. Or new ones. But it's all closed. So I don't like it. Because of the freaking thing that's going on right now. What is it called? The thing. That's the one. The Wiggly Biggly. That's the one. Everybody knows the Wiggly Biggly. Now, hopefully not everybody has the Wiggly Biggly. Or will have the Wiggly Biggly. So what were we... I remember exactly what I was doing. I don't know why I was here, though.
Good evening. Go ahead, please. The Grey Fox.
So what we were doing...
Farewell.
But these guys...
What?
Why are you wearing that armor?
The Grey Fox.
Who the heck are they?
You too.
I don't know what's up with that. Either way, what were doing was...
Hello.
Doing side quests. We were finding all the things. I have Imperial corruption. Apparently, there is a corrupt Imperial watchman in the city. Lorunk Grogrobrofen in the temple was complaining about him. And we have heard more people complain about this, this corrupt...
my ear, citizen.
This corrupt Imperial watch guard. Apparently, we're supposed to pretend that the rest of them are not. Or at least not a problem. Well, well, well. The feed bag. Let's go into the feed bag.
Well met.
Yes.
See anything you like?
Jensine, you're not at your shop. I'm here because of the corrupt Imperial watchman.
Who told you that?
Two of your customers told me.
Rustlin and Laurent. Those idiots don't know when to stay quiet. Look, I'm not telling you anything, stranger. I don't trust you.
What do you mean? I'm not a stranger. How dare you?
It's been a pleasure.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
I bet it is. It wasn't supposed to be your pleasure, but...
Goodbye.
See anything you like?
Jensine...
I guess I can trust you. It's
Jensine is
that
just a
bastard
very
Autumn
special person.
Invidious.
I don't know why she hates
He's
me.
in here every month taking my wares without paying for them.
Now we got something.
What can I do? He's a captain of the Imperial Watch. Only another watch captain can arrest him. Fat chance of that happening.
Not with my green spell that I put on people, maybe. Have you heard any rumors in the meantime?
Rindir's staff says...
It is. I'll see you later.
If you tell anyone I said
Yes.
anything bad about Audens,
You
I'll
didn't.
deny it.
Of course, you didn't say anything bad. So we need to talk to an Imperial Guard
You have my ear, citizen.
officer.
Crime doesn't pay.
Excuse me. I see that you hate me.
Move along, you worthless filth.
You are so scummy.
Crime doesn't pay.
So do you still hate me? Even
Take your time.
my God, even with that, I'm looking for a corrupt Imperial. I'm trying to arrest a corrupt Imperial watchman. It's kind of complicated.
If you've got a complaint, tell it to the watch captain. I've got better things to do than listen to you whine.
Where can I find a watch captain?
Go see Servatius Quintilius. He's new. and might be stupid enough to try and do something about it.
About being new. I'm sure he will.
Farewell, citizen.
You scum. Okay, well, let's go see Civilius Quintilius. Or something. I don't remember exactly how the name goes. Chaos Cascades for days, though. It's Chaos Cascades. Everybody knows it's Chaos Cascades. It's not Civilius Quintilius.
By the 9 divines, you're the grand champion of the arena. Yes? So the anvil break-ins were an inside job?
It's just people.
Be seen.
Hello.
How are you?
They're having a chat as they move along. It's not even that late. I don't know why they're out in the streets, but they are. Got a guard out here, getting into his watch post. Apparently wasn't there. And we got Kvarg84. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome back. Evening indeed. Doing side quests here and exploring the Imperial City. There's a lot of stuff to find and hopefully not miss. And there's an Imperial guard that apparently is more corrupt than the others. Also, they all hate me. All the guards hate me because I have been doing naughties. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Oh, Quintilius Manilius is out here in the waterfront, easy. Oh no. Dang it. Nope, there's an entrance over here. Good. Not entrance. It's not an entrance. Nice to be back. Well, nice to have you back. Okay, that's not great. I need the torch thing. Been absence without official leave. I believe that's what AWOL means. For a while, yes. It has been a while. And Jung is over here. Hey, Jung, what's up? When he's Readerin versus Colonel Colonel, oh my god. Colonel, trial by combat happening. I win because I have the power saves coming. Hi.
This had better be good.
I don't know if it is.
You new here? I'm Servadius Quintilius, officer of the watch.
Servadius
Just stay out of
Quintilius.
trouble, and we'll get along just fine.
Unfortunately, I have not stayed out of trouble at all. So you're new to the city?
I aim to keep an eye on things here in the city. Take it slow.
Harry, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Try not to get off on the wrong.
Bit tension as the army takes over the management of hospitals, and the European Convention for Human Rights was temporarily suspended. On the other hand, I just finished Fallen Order, which I believe is a Star Wars game, and it's amazing. A mix between Knights of the Old Republic and Jedi Academy. It's a good time. Honestly, if Knights of the Old Republic had the combat in Jedi Academy, I would not have been able to play it because Jedi Academy gives me motion sickness. But the combat is really good. I really enjoyed it. All of the little bit that I got to play without wanting to throw up, because motion sickness is a pain in the... Actually, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard any rumors in the meantime?
Truth is,
No, there's no truth coming from your mouth. I am, however, trying to arrest the corrupt Imperial Watchman.
I've only recently been promoted. I'm not going to cause trouble by filing charges against one of the other watch captains.
The corruption.
You could try taking your problem to Edius Hain. Maybe he'll be willing to risk his career by arresting Audens.
The corruption within the guard, I tell you.
Good luck with Edius.
Screw you, you hate me. Let's have a chat with this other fella. The quest in following quest markers. And I'm not even teleporting, even though I probably should. Live in Sweden too. Oh, Kvarg lives in Sweden. Lots of Swedes out here. Watch them at stream. Welcome all to the Swedes and the other people too, but the Swedes are two of them. And Kvarg, of course, meaning dragon. Probably isn't. Probably not. But if I had to guess, dragon is where I would go. An educated guess, considering that it's a nickname, or you know, at least a Twitch nickname and all that. And then it sounds arg, which means, you know, arg. It's sort of, you know, kind of a little bit. Wrong colonel. It's the wrong colonel. I don't know. It's probably a name. I like honestly. I said an educated guess, but the most educated part of it is that I could not say that is your name or like a surname or something like that, or even your first name, because then it doesn't mean anything. It's just your name or your surname. Kvarg is something you eat. Oh, okay. Well, I was completely off kilter then, or although off kilter might mean something I'm not really aware of. I am keenly aware that my eyes are betraying me right now, by the way, because I have had trouble sleeping and my eyes are murdering me. I can barely read what the heck's going on. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Okay. Colonel, it has the combat and platforming and lightsaber customization of the Academy and character and story depth and complexity from KOTOR. Well, Chris Avalon had his tail in this. Chris Avalon also worked in KOTOR 2. Not the original KOTOR, but KOTOR 2 for sure. It's soured milk cheese something. That sounds like a lovely time, honestly. I think I've heard of it. Excuse me. I'm looking for a person. Hi. Up here? Sure. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna hate me, but... maybe he's not gonna hate me. He probably is. He's probably gonna arrest me right now. Why do I do these things?
Hey. Come on now. There's no need to get violent. Stop right there, criminal scum.
I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you.
Then pay with your blood.
My God.
Whoa.
Look, this helmet is pretty good. Ah. No. Stay away, you. Don't do that attack. You, here. In your head. No, I will not. Let's try this again. Hello. And by this again, I will wait a bunch of time because that's the only alternative there. Quark means queijo, and that's the Portuguese version of the word, or the Portuguese word for queijo, and not queso, which is, I don't actually know how it's pronounced, but a very famous Spanish word. And of course now I'm a vampire. Good for working out, I hear. Colonel, if you wanted to talk to me, you need to pay with your blood. With your blood.
Speak.
And now, of course, they're not here because... the jerk. And now I'm taking damage. Because I'm a vampire. What the heck are you doing here? In a tavern, huh?
Well, recently.
No.
Your skin looks a bit off.
Your face looks a bit off.
Idiot Zane, guard captain. You don't want to know me. Stay on the right side of the law, and we can stay perfect strangers.
Portugal is being affected, but you know, in comparison to the other countries of here, specifically Southwest Europe, Portugal is actually we're being very lucky right now. It seems like the infection numbers are sort of stabilizing a little bit, not necessarily decreasing. They're not decreasing, and we're like last I saw about 400 deaths, and about I want to say 15,000 infected confirmed. We've had measures from pretty early on, right around the time Greece set. I think Greece was one of the earlier countries to take measures as well. But Spain is taking it like Spain is absolutely being devastated by it right now, and it's very close. It's like just next door. Especially here, the area of the country that I'm at right now is the north of the country here in Portugal, is the one that is being most affected. The majority of the cases are here and stuff like that. And I think I didn't really read about it, but the first few cases that I heard of being confirmed here in the north of the country were because of people that went to Spain. So I don't know, the situation. The way I figured it, it's got to do a lot with just tourism. Not tourism because it was those cases weren't actually tourism. It was all work related and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of travel in between the countries. But the travel is just going to be what the worst part of it is. And Spain was just really affected. So we're being lucky. I think all things considered, not the 400 people that have died, and certainly not the thousands that have been confirmed infected. But then there's because it's all shut down, there's people who lost their jobs and stuff like that. We do have a social safety net, I think it's called. I am fortunate to still have my job, even though I want to quit. Freaking hell, I hate that job. But yeah, so I don't know how well the safety net works at the moment, because I don't need to rely on it for the moment, and certainly it's a bad idea to even consider quitting my job at the moment. I was really considering quitting my job this year, seriously considering it, but not gonna happen, unfortunately. Just concerned since every country seems to be panicking about the situation. I think here in Portugal things have been relatively steady. The quarantine has been more or less at around construction sites and stuff like that haven't shut down. There's still a lot of traffic on the street, in cars and stuff. There's still a lot of people working not at home. Everybody that does cleaning and just necessary services and just in transport and food, and then we have a lot of, being a small country, and we just have a lot of people in truckers and people who work in food production and food distribution. There's a lot of people that work there, so those people are still all working. And excuse me, and not just that as well, because we have a lot of industry for national production of food, not of goods, just stuff like everything that you need for home is mostly, we have a lot of it made here, so we don't import a lot of that. We don't try not to anyway. I say we try not to. It's not a conscious decision of the public. It's just just how it happens. There's a lot of there's if you have a little bit of money to make a company and make a factory, you have enough competitiveness to make something and sell it here instead of just getting it off of China, just because the average salary is so low here in Portugal, and specifically the minimum salary is so low. So the competitiveness with China specifically is very it's relatively good. So there's still a lot of work there, and that's why there's so many people still on the streets. But not in terms of foot traffic, for sure. Everything has been shut down for a month now. Actually, not a month. It's the 9th. It's the 10th. It's 11 a day. It's not. This watch at around this time stops giving me the date, so I don't know the date of today. Can I tell from any? I can. It's the 9th. So yeah, it is gonna be a week by yesterday next week, if that makes sense. Next Wednesday is gonna be a month, I should say, not a week. It's gonna be a month since we got into proper serious government mandated measures of social isolation and stuff like that. 250 deaths here, says Harry from Armenia. If it is Armenia, I always have to remember, because I go through a bunch of countries, and Armenia is not even next to Romania. But if it is Armenia, Romania, dang it, that's why I knew it wasn't Armenia, because I was going to say, if it is Armenia, it's really easy, because, that's where the System of a Down is from. But Romania, there we go. And Armenia is on the other end of the freaking world. Not really, it's just sort of not in the same continent. Armenia is Asia, right? Am I wrong on that? Romania is just, mainland Europe. But Armenia is Asia, right? Anyway, the point is, that's where Harry's from. Problem is with the economy. Tourism is dead, will be dead. Cruise ships are canceling arrivals. Also, the aviation industry is taking a huge hit. Yeah, it's basically the same here. We got a pretty serious tourism. Like we focus a lot on tourism. Portugal does. Fortunately, the areas of the country that do focus the most on tourism aren't being as much affected in terms of like raw numbers of people who are infected. So there's, for the people who do work on tourism, and certainly from an economical standpoint for the country as an influx of money, it should be, there's hope that because those areas are not going to be as affected, we should be fine for, like, it should be better for the recovery of the economy, of the tourism economy. But that, I think it's not necessarily in the cards for even this year. Well, certainly not this year, but even next year. I think it's going to take a long while until everything is back to quote unquote normal. The problem with the tourism, the thing is, not only are people going to be super spooked a lot, which, even if it's a 10% hit on income, it is a 10% hit on income that matters a lot. And it's not going to be a 10% hit on income. It's going to be 60, 70%. Like, this time next year, we're probably going to be down to half of what we used to be of income in tourism. And just across the board in every country, because people are spooked. But then on the other hand, the problem is, like, countries like the UK and the United States are poised to not, like, they're just starting they're maybe at where Spain was 3 weeks ago now. And unless things get done, the problem is, like, Portugal could have, like, and it's not just with Portugal, there's a lot of countries, especially in Eastern Europe, that are not being as affected as Western Europe. Like, we could have everybody be good if we can't open the borders for tourism, for trade, not necessarily for trade, but rather for for work and stuff like that. If we can't open the borders, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters from a matter of person, like, of course it matters, but you know what I mean. It's just, yeah. Armenia is in Asia. I was right. See, I know the world. But political is in Europe. Like, wait, political? What do you mean political? Oh, I see what you mean. Like I know what it is. Like Israel and Turkey. And that's about that, really. I think maybe, I don't know. If I catch it, I could die. Are you in a danger? What's the word? There's a lot of people are in like, if you have asthma, it's very dangerous. I mean, even if you don't, it's still very dangerous, because you could have you could just have a bad reaction, for one, but also, like, you could have an undiagnosed heart condition. You could have early, like diabetes is a thing that even people who don't have diabetes but are at risk, are still at risk. It's just it's just not. The way I think about it is, like, there's no use despairing in terms of, like, get, like, the prospect of getting it. There's no use despairing because we do what we do, and, like, there's danger always, and it's more danger, and that's how it is. We do what we do. But in terms of, like, our chances, I think we have to treat it personally, and certainly as a society, we have to treat it as if it has a 100% mortality rate, because you cannot gamble with your life. You can't just be like, it's gonna be fine, whatever. It's only 10%. It's actually, it said that it was 2% mortality rate. It's only 10% mortality rate, because that's what it is. You can't just just because you look at the numbers of mortality rates and say it's 10%, you can't do it like that, because you're just gambling. Then it's I forgot your comment, did I? Oh, because you said something about the Constitution. I actually didn't read it. I didn't forget it. I'm glad our Constitution doesn't allow for what other countries are doing right now, like lockdowns. It does not. It literally does not allow for states of emergency. That's so weird. I mean, not necessarily weird, I suppose. Depends on how. Maybe it allows for other things. Just things that maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of ways that countries can approach the situation. Here in Portugal, what we do is I'm not actually sure who has to decide, but it's the Prime Minister. Rather, it's not the Prime Minister. It's a Parliament, and the Prime Minister is the head of Parliament. And it's the President of the Republic, which is just the President. But the President is it's not like the President of the United States. He doesn't have executive power. It has veto power and a few other things. So it's both the Parliament and the President who have to agree that they want to have what's known as a state of emergency for whatever reason. It doesn't matter the reason, because that's, in the Constitution. And it can only last for 15 days at a time, and it can be renewed indefinitely. But they have to agree every 15 days, or every 14 days. Every fortnight, basically, they have to agree that it will be renewed. And that state of emergency, what happens with that is that just by itself it doesn't do anything. What it does is that any decree, and there's it can be a decree law, or it can be just a law. It can be any reason, any resolution that is passed by Parliament, which is the people who actually make the laws here in Portugal. Anything that they say in relation to what the state of emergency is about. So, for example, if you declare a state of emergency because, I don't know, it rains a lot, state of emergency, something like floods everywhere, something terrible. The Parliament can't start saying, oh, now we can't, I don't know, people can't smoke tobacco or something like that, because that has nothing to do with the smoke, with the raining, just as an example. So basically, anything that they do that is in relationship to what has been declared a state of emergency is constitutional. So what happens here is that it's much like in other countries. Whenever a law is passed, it can be judged unconstitutional if there's a motion to actually ask for it if it is or not, and there's a tribunal or whatever. So basically, because of the state of emergency, everything that they say goes, and it's just sort of a partial sort of stopping of the Constitution in regards to the specific state of emergency that has been called. Italy has a 10% death rate, but that doesn't apply to all the world. Yeah, it doesn't. That's true. But Spain has a 10% death rate as well, or death rate. Freedom of movement. Yeah, freedom of movement, for example, it's a thing that you can't restrict it here in Portugal. Our constitution is specific about that. You can't restrict freedom of movement under any circumstances within the country. Or actually, it's not like that. Under any circumstances, you can restrict to certain people. It's all in the constitution and whatnot. So what if they say you can't, for example, starting today, we can't leave the parish. Portugal is divided in little boroughs or parishes or whatever. So you can't leave it until next Tuesday because of Easter. And you can't drive in a car with more than two people. If the car is only a two-seater, you can only drive alone. It's this whole thing, and all of that is unconstitutional under normal circumstances. But because of the state of emergency, it is ruled as it's constitutional. And after the 15-day period, if the state of emergency stops, all those measures can be overruled, and the people can say that's not constitutional. You can't do that anymore. Of course, they're gonna stop asking that of the people, but that's how it works. At least that's how I understand it to work. Of course, I'm not an expert, and I don't follow the news all that much. Problem with that number is that how many old people that are in that 10% number. And various regions. Yeah, it's very difficult. And there's also people who don't get reported because they're not tested. Depending on when we're talking about the numbers, there's a lot of stuff. And there's people who also pass away and were not tested. And well, maybe I don't know about Italy or Spain, but the other countries for sure. Here is the same, says Harry. The Parliament votes for the state of emergency. The President signs the decree, but the next step, if things are nasty, and this is what happens, is the martial law, the National Military Command is activated and it has executive powers. Here in Portugal, we don't have martial law. The state of the maximum. Yeah, I think the maximum suspension of public liberties is with the state of emergency. And a state of emergency can last, as I said, can last indefinitely. But in case of war, it is called just the state of emergency, and it's never martial law. It's always under the power of the parliament. The parliament always controls. It has supreme power, basically. I think at the time, because our constitution is from 75, I think, and at the time it was based. It was a pretty modern thing at the time, but it was based off a revision of the French constitution. Or there was something going on. I've read about it and I don't remember. It's like this whole thing. It's a pretty new constitution. I think other countries must have also new constitutions, but because, there's always upheaval and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how Spain works. Did Spain get a new constitution after they got rid of Franco? Or what even happened to Franco? Did he die? I don't know what happened to him. That's the army. That's the way army took over hospitals and they patrol the streets and human rights are suspended. Yeah, we don't have the army doing the things they can do. It's not unconstitutional for the army to operate within our borders and just do things, but they work. They have the same. In that way, it's a very militaristic police that we have. They have the same sort of rights. Like if the government decided that all of a sudden the police is gonna be like an army, they could do that. It's not unconstitutional here. Also, they say everyone that dies and have the coronavirus died of coronavirus, even if they didn't die of it. Yeah, but they also don't. There's a lot of people who die and doesn't get tested, so they don't know that it is the coronavirus. At least in the U.S., that seems to be the problem. In Italy, yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying. Can you tell me about the Imperial City?
A short stay in our lovely Imperial prison should cool your enthusiasm for a life of crime. The drunk tank, in particular, has a unique aroma.
This quest is the best quest in making you really love the guard. I'm not 100% sure that's the intention of the writers, however, because it doesn't feel like satire. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to hunt this corrupt Imperial watchman thingy person.
Why should I trust your word? You'll have to do better than this to persuade me to take action against one of the other watch captains.
Because you're all a freaking cabal is what you are.
Keep moving, scum.
See? That's not what I wanted to do.
Can I help you, citizen? These are very serious charges.
Zingster, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Nice to catch a live stream. Yes, welcome on in.
Can't help you.
Really? Okay.
I hope your witnesses are willing to come forward.
Oh, they are. Don't worry about it. My spell is amazing.
Afternoon.
It is, isn't it? I'm sort of burning because of it, on account of me being a vampire and whatnot. But anyway, let's speak to our witnesses. It's gonna be an interesting quest to.
What is it?
Well, it's not gonna be an interesting quest to edit, but it is gonna come out very interesting because none of the meat of the quest is gonna get into the Let's Play that I'm doing on YouTube with this footage, because I'm cutting all of the walking around, which is the bulk of the quest. It's just going around talking to people, and that's that. That's the quest. Seriously, yeah. They have peculiar notions of what constitutes quest design, honestly. So here we are. Excuse me.
Oh, it's you again. I've heard that you've been asking around about that corrupt guard.
You think you're one of the rare North American viewers?
No problem.
I don't know. I don't ask many people. I do get a bunch of North American people on YouTube specifically. So if you found me over here on Twitch because of YouTube, then I would say 35% of North America, or 35% of the people watching are from North America. Although that might not be. That might not actually. I say that. I've never actually looked at the views of my new videos and to see like what the average is from every country, because it's one thing to get like 35% from North America, but for example from Spain, I know that I have a lot of viewers from, well, relatively a lot of viewers from Spain, but not a lot of subscribers, for example. So like that disparity can happen because of many things, because a game I did that it's doing well on the search results does well with Spanish viewers, but it just doesn't convert because maybe they don't want to listen to my annoying voice or something like that. You know how it is. Yeah. I mean, the English language has a lot of power. That alone just, that's basically all of it, really. My I think like it's 60% is from English-speaking countries. That'll be Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, and that's that, really. Other countries do that, get views, but the rest is like France and Germany. The other big countries. Never seen such a rare specimen. What do you mean, Jung? What is that? What does that mean? So have you heard any rumors?
I have friends visiting soon, so I told them to stay at the King and Queen Tavern.
That is a good advice. I need you to testify. I know this comes apropos or nothing, but I need you to testify against Odes Ovidius.
You've convinced me. If I don't stand up to him, who will? I just hope I'm not committing suicide.
It's fine. It's good.
Damn watchmen. I bet they're all crooked.
They are. I keep telling you they are, but well. I'm jumping a lot. Oh, the house is over here. Excuse me.
Oh, these days I get nervous.
Just
when I
cast some
write
spell and we're good.
Watchmen.
Best quest.
Maybe I'll just stay.
Wonder how many of you are from country? About 0.5%. Yeah, I do. That one I do remember, but it's very few. Because it's just 10 million people, and also they don't like good games. That's probably the biggest reason. It's they don't like good games. I don't know anybody personally who likes good games. Nobody. They all like bad games that are bad, like Call of Duty and things like that. So, have you heard any rumors?
Did you hear? Hieronymus Lex was reassigned to Anvil.
That's true. By the way, do you want to maybe reassign Odes and Ovidius?
This may be the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Hey, they
but
need
I'll
to testify.
against Audens Ovidius. I suppose someone has to stand up to him.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how this testify is gonna work, but...
Take my advice. Stay away from the Watchmen.
Oh, I know. I'm not sure how this testify business is gonna work, because the, do they have a trial? Do they have a justice system? And justice for all? Or something or other. I don't know how the French put it. The rule of law and whatnot. I don't think they have such a thing as a rule of law. So, this whole testifying business might be just a matter of convincing whoever the juror is. Just being like, wait, that guy over there, he's mean. He does mean things that I don't like. Because that's basically the extent of the charges here. Anyway, we have another person. What? Is it the guard? It is the guard. Is it? It is.
You should really get to a healer.
I know.
You're looking rather pale.
And on fire.
Can I help you, citizen?
Because of the vampire bit. What?
Carry on.
Wait. I have convinced both Ruslan and Lorang to testify against Odes and Ovidius. I hope... What?
How are you today? Can I help you, citizen?
Why don't you have the thing? I have the thing.
These are very serious charges.
I know, but... What?
Please, go on. Carry on.
Okay, well, I'll figure it out.
Yes.
I will, don't worry. I don't know what's going on. How about Europe? What is Europe? What do you mean, Europe? Like, people that like good games in Europe? Maybe. There's a lot of people that like good games everywhere. Jung doesn't like good games. That's what he meant! That's what Jung meant. Now, let's go back to this. I hope Etius Hain is true to his word and arrests his fellow captain. Otherwise, those two are going to be in a lot of trouble. I could keep an eye on those two and make sure they go to see Etias first thing in the morning. That could be a good thing. Let's do that. Let's do that. I probably should have saved. Just a hunch. But also I'll drink some blood because this vampire...
Everything all right?
No. You are... These people. These people are the worst. And I don't like them. Complaining about my vampirism and whatnot. I just need grand soul gems. What's the big deal? Jesus. It's like... These people never saw a vampire in their entire lives. Just going around being all pale. I'm not even pale. I'm just a little bit less red. I'm a freaking Argonian. How pale does an Argonian get? If anything, I'm gonna get bluer. Or some, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna wait for our meat to arrive. Or as the Japanese would put it, Atashi no Niku. This actually wouldn't be Atashi no, because that's not our. You wouldn't say that. You would say Kimi? Kimi no, yeah. I think that assumes the sort of... It's Japanese is weird. And I don't remember anything. And I don't even know why I said... Why was I... Why? What the heck is wrong with me? Save scum, indeed. There's an emoticon for that. And I haven't done... I need to do emoticon. I need to do new emoticons. I don't know if they're called emoticons. Emojis. Are they emojis? What are you trying to say in Japanese? My meat. Not as in my meat, but, you know, my meat has arrived. So, yeah, Nico meaning flesh rather than meat. Actually, it does mean meat. I think flesh has a different word. But it means meat as in, like, just meat. You know what I mean? Rather than... It's different. There's nothing as good as the Portuguese word for what I'm trying to say. Shisha. Oh, actually, ooh, I did not know I had a key for this. It's not that I want to be here. Shisha is a different thing.
What is it, citizen?
Which is also funny, by the way. Shisha, of course, being the I don't know if English has that word. For the, you know, things that you smoke. But yes, it is the word for meat in Portuguese. Okay. Now that we're not on fire, let's see if people meet this this jerk over here. It's gonna be fine.
Hell.
It's fine. I don't know what we're waiting for, but we are. Harry's got the right of it. Saves come. That's how you say meat in Japanese. Yes, your days are numbered, you fart face. Oh, he's looking!
I'd like to report a crime.
I'd like to report a crime. Watch Captain Avidius stole all my money while I was shopping in Jensen's merchandise.
Thank you for coming forward, citizen. Speak.
I got the guards mixed up. I mean, they're all the same, but... Well, let's see what, That was the wimpiest... That wasn't even a testimony. It was just like, there's a crime. And he's like, bounty plus 10.
This had better be good.
This would better. I don't actually know what's gonna happen. Ivashmuksh. Ivashmuksh. Shisha is a type of smoking, yeah. Also, in Portuguese, it's written with C instead of S. Again, it means meat. And I think shisha, for the type of smoking, also is written with a C instead of S. But anyway, also the same name here in the Arabic languages, or is from the Arabic languages. Yeah, yeah. Niku no tsuku. Really? What is tsuko? Where did he go? Market district, maybe. I doubt it.
Speak.
Oh, I was right. There's many eyes on me, but let's pursue this person. For hookahs, right. I thought shisha is what they call the special tobacco. Oh, could be. need to change the tsuke verb to past tense from form also.
What is it, citizen?
Oh, I was just trying to say my meat. You're just saying the meat has arrived. Is it no? Do they? That's not how it works, is it? With a no? Because the no isn't the no the possessive. Does it work as well for has? Because it sounds like it might be a mistranslation.
Aldens of Vidius, you are under arrest for extortion and petty theft. Surrender peacefully and keep what little dignity you have left.
That sounds more familiar.
I'm surprised, Edius. I didn't think even you would stoop to arresting a fellow captain. Only those who break the law. I'll take my chances in prison rather than fight you. Someday, I'll get out, and the weasel that turned me in will pay.
Really? Aldens of Vidius has been arrested. That should make Jensine, Ruslan, and Luronk happy. Hopefully it will serve as a lesson for any other guard that is thinking about shaving or shaking down innocent civilians. They can shave them, though.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Then that is what we witnessed. Well, that is a thing that happened. Shave the civilians. Snuff as well. Snuff Lumpagus, welcome to the stream. Shave the civilians, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a fun time. Well met? No. Sounds like a fun time. And we're not on fire, which is lovely. We do have to go to a lot of places. We were exploring. I don't actually remember what I was exploring. I shouldn't have much trouble finding it, but I was exploring one of the districts. I want to say the Temple District, and I think I got halfway done. And then I went to bed. Speaking of going to bed, I am planning on going to bed like in an hour and a quarter and 50 minutes. An hour and 50 minutes. Because I've been having trouble sleeping, and I'm a little bit exhausted because I woke up at 4 a.m. and didn't go to sleep again. Been a fan of your channel for a while. Thank you very much. Still gotta catch the stream. Yes, I will be streaming again in 2 days' time. Basically, I start like 45 minutes before now. And I do it usually it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today is a Thursday for me. And I do it like 2 or 3 hours. And I haven't been doing Saturdays because of our D&D sessions. But they're now being shifted to Fridays. So I will be able to stream again every Saturday. So that's good because I was sort of catching up to... On the Let's Play, I was catching up to... To the content that I have on Twitch here with this with Oblivion. So I believe I've been everywhere.
Make it quick.
He doesn't even like me.
What?
Jesus Christ! Why are you such hateful people? My infamy is only 64 still, and I don't know that I can ever lower that. I think we're gonna be punished for our past transgressions forever. Let's go in here, because this one is probably gonna be the proof of the pudding, as it were, which is in the tasting. The proof of the pudding, I mean, is in the tasting. If you haven't heard that idiom. Is it idiom? It's not a figure of speech. That's a different thing. Figure of speech is just basically anything that's... There's a lot of things that are figure of speeches. But we're just going around and talking to people. Hi.
Go ahead, please. Hey, did you hear about that murder in the Telus Plaza district?
Nope. Did not.
Be seeing you.
What do you want?
This guy has the biggest eyeliner ever.
One more coin and I can get a pair of shoes.
I bet she has shoes.
Blessings of
She does not have shoes. Well, you're not getting my shoes because I don't have them either. I use sabatons.
My name is Hastrel Otters, and I'd like to talk about Akatosh.
Really?
Akatosh speaks to us all, but we never listen. Go to the Temple of the One, read the Covenants, praise the Nine.
You're not very good at talking about Akatosh.
Take care.
It's terrible night, but let's go to the Temple of the One. Or my... I am not. I'm not. This thing. The Temple of the One. Here in the Temple District. It reigns inside, as you would expect.
A pleasure to speak with you.
I'm sure it is. Have you heard any rumors?
Those wanted posters of the Grey Fox are everywhere.
They are. It's a good thing I forgot.
I see you.
I didn't forget to remove my Grey Fox mask. Did I forget? No, I did not. Can I do anything? Is it okay if I stand over here? Is this like a... No? Do you guys not have any... altars? It's a really weird temple, this one is.
Well met.
And she's like the priestess. Let's wait until daytime, because... No, it is not. It is daytime. No, Ruslan!
Laurent and I have both testified against the Watch Captain. Thank you for helping us find the courage to stand up for ourselves. I hear that Auden's Avidius is going to jail. Let's hope it's a long sentence.
It's probably not going to be. Have you heard any rumors in the meantime?
Did you hear?
It's fine.
I'm gonna keep a low profile for a while.
You do that. You do that. I'm going to continue exploring. That worked out. It's something like Watashi no Niku ni tsuite amashita. I don't actually know how to conjugate the verbs, so it sounds like that sounds about right. Although watashi sounds formal. I think if you add the watashi, especially watashi, like you would say atashi for being informal. Is that how it works? And then...
You're welcome on board the bloated float anytime.
Is he the guard of the bloated float?
The bloated float rents beds. Only place on the waterfront. Cheap, and it's safe.
I think he is the guard of the bloated float. Do you remember me? We got rid of Celine, I think.
Too bad she's dead. She wasn't a bad-looking woman. For an Imperial, that is.
I don't even. Any rumors?
They say a thief actually...
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing over here.
So long.
Omaewam... that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I can't pronounce it with the fluency that I should, though. Nani? Omaewam... I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know the meme well enough. Oh, you're after me. I'm so very sorry about you being after me. You're not after me anymore. See? Invisibility. Oh, I know why. I know why I suddenly started speaking Japanese. Because I've been watching Keith Ballard's Yakuza 3 Let's Play. And Yakuza 3 is spoken in Japanese. I think, only. And so, I mostly listen to it. And I only understand a quarter. Well, I understand enough for the side quests and the details then with Keith's commentary. I'm gonna get this chest. I don't know what is in there. Probably nothing, but yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. Very hard chest. Hi, I'm so very sorry. I'll be out of your hair. Okay, let's look at our bounty over here. Bounty 0. Everything is fine. Love is in the air. Something or other. Oh, I'm going around, sure. This has a little passage. Let's not go through there. Let's get our torch up, because I don't know why I don't have it up. Yakuza is a Japanese thing, yes. Yeah, but like the games themselves. You know, because... Lots of guards, all being jerks and corrupt. I am definitely not feeling well on account of the company. Always cast your invisibility spells before you move around the guards. I thought Yakuza was a Portuguese thing. That is there is a there's a meme thing about that, but only Portuguese people know about it. So, secret. I I don't remember, because I'm a terrible Portuguese person. I am definitely not. Moving on, then. This weather is awful. And we're just looking for side quests. Hi. Are you?
Go ahead, please.
Backhand?
Yes, sister.
I recognize this guy. Have you heard any rumors?
Someone told me that Hieronymus Lex's
Yes.
vampires are clever, so watch your back.
Oh, this is the guy. I think this is the guy that, Is he the guy from the group that was hunting vampires? I believe not. I think his recommendation regarding vampires was a little bit too provoked, maybe?
Hey, Vinicia Melisea takes...
Hail, hail, and kill. They say to each other. It'd be kind of cool, actually. All of a sudden, headbanging in the streets of Morrowind. Sorry, Oblivion. I mean, it's not the streets of Oblivion, but... What came across their mind to name this game Oblivion and not Cyrodiil? Like, seriously, why didn't they call it Cyrodiil? Everybody loves Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is such a beautiful name. Also, I might want that. Ebony Emerald Ring. I actually need that. Magical rings, you see. We're getting proper equipment. It's rare, but we're getting it. The All Saints Inn. I've been here. I came over here to do something once.
Hi there.
Hi.
What do you want?
Hail and kill. Someone is a Man of War fan. A little bit of a fan.
Farewell.
Not really. Not a huge fan.
Welcome to the All Saints Inn.
But that was the
I'm
reference,
Willett,
yeah.
Republican.
That's all I think of when they say hail, and I'm just like, hail, hail, hail and kill.
Where to sleep? The Tiber Septim Hotel in Telus Plaza is nice but expensive. Luther Broad's boarding house in Elven Gardens is just okay. The bloated float on the waterfront is cheap, and a bit too interesting for my tastes.
You're not gonna say anything about your place?
You too.
This Radiant AI sometimes, I'll tell you. Portugal, Japan, same difference. Feel like a bloated float. Bloated float is a terrible name. They do it on purpose, though. I think they mention it somewhere in the text when you're in there. And we did the quest already.
How about mixing up some potions? You look like...
Definitely not. Definitely not. Go and hire your own mixologist. You jerk. Cannot sleep while trespassing. That's probably the least of my problems, because that bed is owned. And that's usually... that doesn't work either. If the bed is owned and you're not trespassing, you can't sleep either. And the reason why is...
You've got some nimble...
I don't actually know why. In Morrowind, they had a system where if you slept in a bed that was owned by somebody, the moment somebody showed up, you just get booted out, and it would be a crime. Stop right there, criminal scum.
Break in at the Imperial Palace, a Black Horse Courier exclusive. Take a copy.
Really? Well, let me do some break-in again, so I can read it in peace, maybe. It's the middle of the day, so the people might be out and about. They are not out and about. They're in a bin. What's this thing then, the break-in thingy about the Black Horse Courier? I wouldn't be able to find it. Oh, there it is. The Legion Centurion in command of the Palace Guard was charged with dereliction of duty. Although the council has officially denied the stories of a palace break-in, the rumors persist. Muddled accounts of the events and principles range from a madman intent on spit-polishing the Emperor's shoes to a master thief stealing one of the legendary Elder Scrolls. The Palace Guard has made no arrests in connection with the break-in. However, the Watch has been making peculiar inquiries all around the city. The Guard and the Legion are in complete agreement on one matter at least. Neither the fictitious Thieves Guild nor its mythical leader, the Grey Fox, could have been in any way involved, although rumor has insisted that the Thieves Guild has been a significant factor in Imperial City criminal activities. I wonder why. It's like, representatives of the Guard and Legion insist that even the mythical Grey Fox would never dare to break into the Imperial Palace. Yeah, it wasn't the Grey Fox. So, pretty cool. I mean, a little bit anachronistic in regards to the journalistic style of the writing, but still, it's kind of fun. There wasn't a stream on Tuesday, right? No, there was not. I ate too many honeyed peanuts on account of having honeyed peanuts, so I ate them, and then it's bad things, and so there was no stream. That's how that worked. Honeyed peanuts, yeah, they're amazing and delicious, and I will not be having them for the rest of my life. Warriors of the World, that's one of my favorites, actually. Those, the greatest hymns or whatever, that album is probably my favorite. So that's why I say I'm not a very big Manowar fan. Honeyed peanuts are great. They are, aren't they? They're fantastic. I mean, they're not anymore because of the things that happen after that. It's bad. It's bad. Bad news. I'll be dedicating myself to just sugary things from now on.
Friend, it looks like you've wandered into a restricted area.
What do you want?
This is the friendliest person whose home I've invaded I have ever seen. This is incredible. I shall now... Oh my god. Even with invisibility, you can see me. I suppose it might be on account of this torch. Or am I... Man, she's good at this. Let's find out exactly what this is. All I need is to see if there's things in here. She doesn't want to talk, that's fine. I want to see. That's all I need. Why? Did you notice how I opened that lock and then didn't go inside? I think it was because I got detected. Which means there's gonna be a stop right there, criminal scum. At any moment.
Stop! Stop! You violated the law. Then pay with your blood.
If you've never seen the LaFave Bros live-action recreation of certain moments in Morrowind, you are missing out. You should go on YouTube after the stream and see those because they're very, very fun. And I don't remember. Hammett, I think. Hammett does a fantastic Wes Johnson voice. Hammett LaFave, I believe, is his name. I don't remember the name of the other one. I should quit to the main menu before loading, because the game is weird. And I should be careful about that. Inject sugar directly into the veins. Sounds like a fun time. Maybe you got COVID-19 because of that stomach problems. Oh, they wasn't the stomach. The stomach is good. The stomach did fine. It's good. It's good stomach. No problem. It's the... Never ate something like that in my life, and I never will. Sounds weird. Peanuts should be eaten salted. That, I suspect the honey was not what made me miss the stream last Tuesday.
Go ahead, please.
He's so sad.
Be seeing you.
I don't think you will, because I'm gonna sneak into your basement and check out all of the furniture and all the things, because that's basically what I'm doing. Because you never know what you're gonna find in these things. Day now. The part after the stomach, slightly, a little bit. Hiccup. They have done skits. They have done skits with Wes Johnson. They have indeed. Well, at least one. I've seen only one where I think Hammett found Wes Johnson. I don't know if they met up by chance or not. I imagine it might have not been by chance. And then he had He had Wes Johnson make the his famous. I don't remember the name of the god. I don't remember the name of the god, but he's a famous voice from Wes Johnson. Wabbajack or something. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully you stocked up on toilet paper. I don't need that. It's fine. It's just you don't need that. It's this toilet paper cannot contain.
Greetings.
Yeah, I got a bidet.
Farewell.
So that is another quarter of the city done. Fantastic, because I know what is over there.
Question what Herbal is going for there.
Vampire nest in the city, only in the Black Horse Courier. Take a copy.
Really?
Greetings.
Well, let's go into this lovely house over here and read about the latest news. Excuse me, I'm here to shelter from the rain, you see? Lynch's instruction. That's not it at all. This. Oh, I didn't know that could happen. Can drag. Oh, it's a mod. That's the one. Wes Johnson was Shigorath. That's the one. Thank you for correcting me. Never understood stocking up on toilet paper and flour. Flour. Yeah, actually, flour. I probably could see that. Like if you really want to survive, you are gonna need a lot more than flour and toilet paper. I think like it'll get you by, but you're gonna need salt. What is the? You can't just. You need. What is the thing that allows you to make bread? You can't just make flour. There's something else that you need to add to the bread. And, I mean, you can add, you know, if you make good bread, you add other things other than something else that I'm thinking of. But what is it called? Yeast, that's the one. What a weird word. So can eat and poop. The poop, you don't require the toilet paper for the poop. I mean... It's like, but if you were to buy toilet paper and napkins, then I understand that. But you know, we have enough of that that our toilet paper won't be a problem. You can use dry yeast instead of fresh yeast. Yeah, dry yeast is what I use whenever I make cake, which is the only pastry I make, because why would I make bread? I just go and buy some. You can recycle the poop. You can get potatoes out of that, which is pretty good. Actually, yeah, probably potatoes. Well, it's kind of complicated, actually. Flour is very good. You can make a lot of stuff. Honestly, if I had to prep, I am terrible. I cannot cook anything decent. But if I had to prep potatoes, I'd just have a huge stack. Because potatoes last forever. They're easy to make more of, and they're super easy to just plant. Just cut them in half and add them to the soil. And you collect all of your poop, so you can put the poop on top of the potatoes. And make sure don't give those potatoes to other people, because it's potentially bad because of E. coli and other things. You want to eat your own poop, not other people's poop. Potatoes. I mean the potatoes. You don't eat the poop, you eat the potatoes. So there you go. Colonel RPG 2020. You want to eat your own poop, not other people's poop. So yeah, potatoes for sure, but flour, I would say probably oatmeal instead of flour. Flour is pretty good, but you're gonna need more than just the flour. You're gonna need sugar as well, because sugar is just a huge source of the it's better. It's more expensive for sure, but like it's just better. It's just better, and it lasts a while as well. Not as long as flour, but yeah. Well, I can use anything from paper as TP for emergency situations. I have 5 boxes of MREs. Oh, those are the good stuff. I mean, in terms of like lasting. 1 bag of water purification tablets, and I have a huge LED flashlight, and of course, ammo for my gun. Really, it's usually the opposite. Really, people get fresh yeast. I don't know what it is. I have my phone over here. I'm going to look into that. Because we don't call it yeast, obviously, because that's an English word. And so the language barrier... I don't actually know how it can... Fresh yeast. Let's see how it looks. Ugh! No! Whew! That is so gross! Holy balls, what the heck is that? I mean, I know what it is, I know what yeast is, but my god, do people actually cook with this nonsense? Jesus Christ. Yeah, we definitely do not use that here in Portugal. It's all the dry things for us. Let me compare it. Yeah, absolutely, dry yeast is what we do. You get a little bit of get a little can of it, and it's good for years. I mean, this is different types of yeast, though. Yeah. But there's different types of yeast, though, because this one seems to be like for, this one really looks like, for, if you get, beer yeast, or whatever they use for beer, that's different. And that's pretty good, actually. That's very, very nutritious. Just mix it with water and you're good to go. It doesn't even taste that bad. Like, I don't actually know how it's called in English. It's beer yeast, basically. But if you get the white one, the really, really, really refined one, that's just a lot better. Just add to normal flour and just make cakes with it. I don't do that. I just get the flour with the yeast already. I can't find anything that resembles what I cook with here on images and whatnot. That's what I'm doing right now, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm looking down. That scream. Actually, I live in the middle of the city. Oh. You also need salt and sort of vitamin C. It's vitamin C. Yeah, I don't know actually how I would get vitamin C. You probably have a lot of other needs than vitamin C. Vitamin C, probably tomatoes are an easy one as well. Tomatoes are really easy to grow. You just need water, so and tomato seeds, I suppose. But you need like you'd need a serious amount of tomatoes to just sustain yourself long term. You need a proper setup. And it's easy, but it's relatively easy to know what you're supposed to do, but they will die. The tomatoes will die. Because they need a lot of, what's the other thing that you add to tomatoes? You need to give them food that works. It's not just any land. Have them for an emergency if the water gets contaminated. Smart, proper emergency restock. Yeah. Burp. A nest of vampires was recently discovered in the home of Earl of Imble. The courier is shocked to learn that Earl Jackman, a local noble of previously unblemished reputation, is revealed to have been one of these vampires. Responding to a tip by the Earl's servant, the Imperial Watch raided the Imble estate and slew all of the 4 creatures. Captain Quintilius has categorically denied the rumors that most of the terrible creatures of the night were already dead by the time the Watch arrived. I bet. Anyway, excuse me.
Marana Rian.
Marana
I'm
Rian.
very fond of nice things. How fortunate that I can afford them.
That's certainly an attitude to have.
The Temple District is by far the most desirable.
You need proteins,
place in the
fat,
city.
salt. Just
Why? Because I
beans.
live here,
Beans
of
are very
course.
good for that.
Don't you agree?
I suppose. There's also
Why?
lentils. Lentils are pretty good for that as well. Although you're probably gonna need spices. You know what? Samwise Gamgee, he knew it. He knew it. In the books, he just carries around a bit of salt. Because, it's old school stuff, and you just got a good bit of salt, and every food you're gonna make is gonna taste nice. And also gonna give you high blood pressure. But in the movie, he carries around spices. He carries spices around, I mean. I think he does. Can anybody correct me? And if you don't know who Samwise Gamgee is... What? How do you not know that? But you know, of course, you know. But can anybody correct me? What does Samwise Gamgee carry in the movies? Also, potato mash powder. Ooh, potato mash powder. That is for... Is that not just potatoes starch? What's that for? You didn't notice the change. Wait. Yeah. I think he doesn't carry the same thing. I recall mentioning it because when I watched the first movie, I was keenly aware of all the differences. I wasn't upset or anything, but I was keenly aware of all the differences the movie had in comparison to the book. And I had some discussions online, in online forums, about all those differences. And I remember just starting listing them, and oh, there's a lot of them. There's a huge amount of differences. Many of them having to do with Tom Bombadil, really. That's just, Tom Bombadil alone is a huge change, but like the whole journey across the Shire into the Wold? Wow, my Tolkien lore. My God, I am pathetic. How I do not know the name of the lands east of the Shire. Can anybody tell me what the name of the lands east of the Shire are? Because I don't remember. So difficult to actually survive without the basics. Better to team up with people. Yes. Also, antibiotics. And, okay. Saving while trespassing, that's the life. Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm definitely not stealing your house.
I made quite a lot of gold from my last expedition. I bought this house, invested the rest, and now I'm just living the life of the city gentleman.
Invested the rest, he says.
Farewell.
Apparently, the house is not an investment. He doesn't consider buying the house a part of an investment. He says invested the rest. I assume in the stock market. That's what I assume. He just went and looked at Tesla's stock price and was like, you know what? These fellas, they're gonna do good. They're gonna do the good that they are. Good. I think I need to go in here. And that's how I invested. And now he's living off of... There's a name for it, and I don't remember. Like... passive income? There's a word for it, and I don't know. That's such weird anachronistic text, because it's just throwaway lines, and it's just really awkward that the writers don't think about this stuff. It's like, you know what? Just bought this house, got himself a new car, and off I'm oh wait, I'm like they might as well say stuff like that. Oh, I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. Apart from the... Oh! I fixed it. Yeah, the game... I got bugged out. Because I was looking too much to the right. And if I do that, my mouse cursor that is always on screen is also outside of the screen, and then it will get to my second computer because of the... it's just weird. I don't understand all the things, but this game doesn't trap the mouse properly. I didn't know this. LaFave Bros are doing a Skyrim playthrough. Are they both doing it? I thought it was only... What's the name of the other one? The not Hemet one. I thought it was only one of them. But they are doing a Skyrim Let's Play. Okay, well, that's that. And now we're going to the Telus Plaza district. Is it middle of the day? It is not the middle of the day. Can I wait until it is? Oh, you didn't check. Yeah. It's only one of them, I think. And if they're not living together, it certainly is only one of them this time. These times, maybe. Tortilla, hard bread, and stuff in tubes. Just leaving the life right there. The first episode is both of them, at least. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I watched something and I don't remember. And here we are in the... Yeah, this is the big... Look at that. They have people living in the walls and whatnot. Which, historically speaking, is a terrible idea. Because the walls are thick enough to have people living in them. but they're not like that, because you see, walls, they have, not these walls. These walls are magical. That's different. But walls normally have like stone over here, and inside the stone is just dirt. That's just all that it is. It's dirt in there. And the reason why is because you don't put stone in there.
Go take your break. My feet are killing me.
Yeah, I'm going not to take a break. There's things going all over the place in here. Just want to see where your watchman's captain is. Deerhorn, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. We're just looking around, you know, doing side quests and whatnot. Hopefully not getting arrested by the guard, although we sort of did a little bit, maybe. I have a list of foods you buy in emergencies. Look at all these jerks
You have my
looking
ears.
at me. Elven Gardens District. I have not been to the Elven Gardens District. Which means... Oh yeah, because this is the main entrance to the city.
Are you not feeling well?
Let's do something that we haven't done yet. Since we are at the main gates of the city. These are the main gates of the city. Can you imagine? Not the market district. No, no, no. It's just the residential area. And they're big red imperialistic banners that are... I don't know what Bethesda was thinking, but anyway, it's there. However... Yes. The grand entrance to the Imperial City. It looks very picturesque. Don't worry, they just forgot that they probably wanted a little bit something like the outskirts of... I don't know the name of the city in... The first city in The Witcher 1, for example. Or any of the cities in The Witcher 3, for example. We got a lot of horses over here. That's right. This is where we should go to get ourselves a horsey. Excuse me.
What do you want?
A horse, I think.
What can I interest you in?
I want horse armor, and a horse too.
You've got to be kidding.
I'll come back with a horse of my own. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and amazing people. The horse armor DLC doesn't even feature... You see what happens up? What showed up on the upper left corner of the screen right there? Doesn't even feature voice acting. And it costs €2, €2 at the time, which is positively a bargain by modern day standards. For €2, you can't even buy a spray paint can in Counter-Strike for €2. It's incredibly cheap.
Yeah. Restita stat lilia.
Yeah,
I work at
that's
the
the horse
Chestnut
armor.
Handy
I'll
Stables.
get it in a little bit.
Have you seen our horses wandering around?
I forgot to ask you. Have you seen the gameplay footage of Baldur's Gate 3? I have indeed. Not too much, but I have indeed. Yes, Harry. Basically, what I thought was interesting was that they didn't really change the palette or the color palette all that much in comparison to the in Divinity Original Sin 2. I expected the game to look like Divinity Original Sin 2, and it looks like Divinity Original Sin 2. I just was sort of expecting it to look a little bit, the color palette at least, just be more Baldur's Gate style. And it isn't. It's just, I mean, it is different, but not different enough, I would say. So it just looks like another Divinity Original Sin game. And everything else doesn't, like, it matters absolutely zero to me who the characters are, what their stories are, if it's a continuation, if it isn't. It matters to zero. That doesn't matter to me at all. Which is, I don't know if I've always been like that. But maybe I wasn't always like that. I understand that a lot of people do care if it's gonna be a continuation and stuff like that, but I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a boo's ass. Let's go with that. And honestly, I sort of wish that Boo and Minsk don't show up, because their characters are kind of complicated, and I have a special take on Minsk and Boo, specifically on Minsk, in Baldur's Gate 2. I have a special take, and if you watch my Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, you get to see me realize something I never really did realize when I was a kid, because I didn't really engage with the games as I do now, of the games that I played. Merging can only be done in war times. Remember what a big stink the horse armor made back then. Yeah, Zingster, you're right. Now all that stuff is normal. I remember, in the forums, I have talked about this with on Twitter to people, and they don't give me feedback as if they do remember this. So this is just my take. I remember people complaining that this was pay to win. That they were worried that you'd be able to get a gameplay bonus or a gameplay benefit from buying official DLC. So you could always mod your game to get better items or to cheat. But of course, the problem is mods didn't exist for the Xbox 360, so this was all a thing, and this was only this DLC and other DLCs that came after were really the only way to mod the game in any way for the Xbox 360, and I think they still are. You can't play Morrowind modded on console. Unlike Skyrim, I think that it has mods already. I think on PlayStation 4, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, people were worried that the horse armor was pay to win, and it is. Horses have 500 health. All of them have 500 health. It's only the speed that changes. Hiccup and burp. And if they have armor, they have 2,500. So it's 5 times stronger. Horses are tremendously bad, by the way. There's just really there's zero reason to have horses. They don't have saddlebags. It's just bad. It's terrible. There's no reason to have horses. They just decided, because Todd Howard was playing Barbie Horse Adventure one day, and it was like, you know what? I want this in my game. And that's what they did. It's a true story. I'm not making it up. I mean, it might not have happened in that order, but it does involve not baby horse armor. Wait. Barbie Horse Adventure, I think is the name. Anyway, the point is, people were concerned about that, which is even more quaint. I think that aspect is even more quaint, because they were like, oh no, it's going to be pay to win. And now they just have freaking everything in mobile. I don't even need to say anything else apart from everything in mobile, which is all pay to win. Mobile is 100% pay to win. I did find, by the way, I found a game that's really fun on mobile. I can recommend it to you, because I rarely find games that are fun on mobile. I am going to launch it now, so I can see if I can spend money... Sorry, excuse me. If I can waste money on it. It doesn't look like I can. No, I can. Okay, it's pay to win as well. So I won't recommend to you. Because it's fun, but you can find it on your own. Let's see. It looks much like Divinity Original Sin 2. I hope they customize it to look more, make it unique. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think half like camera controls, and if they wanted to make it a little bit more Baldur's Gate-y, change the camera controls, change the field of, depth of field, not depth of field, you know, the field of vision, that's the one. Change it, and make it a little bit, less, instead of being like, I think it's like 60 or 65 or something like that. I don't remember. I've seen the numbers. But just make it like 40, and just pull the camera back a little bit, change the color palette, and go crazy with the UI. Why don't people make the UI look good anymore? Just look at games like Sunless Skies. The UI is just gorgeous. It's great. I mean, it's not polished to the, you know, to be absolutely no bugs whatsoever, and it's also not a very complicated UI in regards to, you know, it's not an RPG like it doesn't have inventory management to the same extent and all that sort of stuff. So it's easier to design a UI for Sunless Skies than it is for Baldur's Gate. But Baldur's Gate, I mean, if you've played Baldur's Gate specifically, well, both of them really, but Baldur's Gate 2, that's the one that I remember having the UI right, like really, really good. If you played it back then, you know the stony sounds of everything, and just dropping all the inventory management just made my childhood in Baldur's Gate, and it's the UI design. It's just everything is like a freaking bookshelf, and it's all great and awesome. None of this nonsense about things being transparent and alpha channels and none of that. It's just freaking wood all over the place and stone buttons and just ding sounds and all the rock little stones. That's fantastic. Amazing. One of the few things that I liked about The Witcher 3 were horses. Yeah, The Witcher 3 does have proper horses. It was the beginning of the end. In mobile, I only play Simpson Stepped Out. I tried Baldur's Gate on mobile, but it was just way too small. Yeah. Just, I never played it on mobile. I mean, if I had like a 10-inch iPad, I probably would. I mean, I wouldn't, because why would I? I have the computer. Why do I play if I have the computer? Why am I playing on? I don't need to play on the. I play on the computer. It's good. Anyway, what can you tell me about the Imperial City?
We stable horses for folks in the Imperial City. We'd sell horses too, except we can't seem to keep track of them.
Really?
Goodbye.
Oh. You know what's funny? Every city sells horses. Every single city. And I even remember which city sells the best horse. Which is Chewin. Chewin? Lewin? Guinevere. That's the one. Why are you pursuing me? Go away. But this city, the Imperial City, does not sell horses. And it's the flimsiest excuse. We can't seem to keep track of them, she says, being surrounded by horses. Excuse me.
I am Brealus Gawe, and no, we don't sell horses, but we do eat well. The stables are owned by an orc, and you know, orcs and horses.
I don't know.
Sure, some folks here think horses are for riding. Then again, some of us are orcs. Snakra Burra, she prefers eating stew to riding horses.
Right. That might not be the flimsiest of excuses anymore.
Be seeing you.
It is still a absolutely baffling design decision to have the main city, the city that you start in, not have horses. And yeah, you need to go to Chidenhall. The Blackwater side stables are where it's at. You get a horse there for 2,500. You get a saddle on it, elven armor. The armor doesn't matter. You're good to go. Look at that beauty. Excuse me. I've been around. Excuse me.
If you want to buy a horse, go inside and talk to Tovas.
Thank you. I am new to Chidenhall.
Tovas knows his horses, and I'll stay with him and these beautiful creatures forever.
Okay. I just do your murder after
Bye.
we're done. Goodbye. Let's just see if Tovas can sell me a horse.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I own the Blackwaterside stables. Are you shopping for a horse?
It just so happened that I am. I'm new to Chidenhall.
I could tell you that our blacks are the fastest, toughest, most reliable horses in Cyrodiil.
But you won't tell me that I just need to buy a horse.
The black horses of Cheydinhall are the finest in all of Cyrodiil. None are faster, and only the white horses of Anvil are stronger.
What does stronger mean? I don't know, but here's the money.
You won't regret it. Go out to the corral. Mivrina will have your new black horse saddled and ready for you.
Thank you very much. Mivrina! Hi.
Are you not feeling well?
I need a horse.
The Cheydinhall Black Horse is the finest in Cyrodiil. Take good care of him.
I will. Maybe. Don't steal the wrong one. It's my black horse. And I look ridiculous with these boots on. Ridiculous, I tell you. Also, my feet are weird, so, you know, that's also a consideration. And what horses do is they allow you to travel slowly across the land. And this is how horses control. They accelerate instantaneously. You can you have two speeds. You have the super slow speed, and then you have this sort of trot speed. which I believe is called Kent, rather than Canter? Canter, I believe, rather than Trot. I believe this is Canter. I'm not actually sure if it's Canter or Gallop. Either way, the point is, we got 2 speeds, and the speed difference is instantaneous. And then we have rotational speed, which is also instantaneous, but super slow and annoying and impossible. And that's the Barbie horse adventure for you, I'm afraid. Let's have a chat with the horse armor lady that doesn't speak, or says reused lines.
How goes it?
It does.
What do you want?
The armor?
What can I interest you in?
I said the armor.
You've got to be kidding.
In order... That's a beautiful horse. It's blue! It's a blue horse. Look at this. Look at that rump. Or whatever that is. I don't actually know what the name of the bits here. The bits are. Come back one here. Are you sick? She seemed to think so. Maybe disease. It's the vampire thingy. Told him he had COVID. Barbie horse. Excuse me. Hi.
Yeah. Restita Stat Lilia. I work at the Chestnut Handy Stables. Have you seen our horses wandering around? No? Okay. It's just that they're missing.
You need to find people. You need to, like, get some...
Farewell.
I don't know what to tell you. You know exactly... Oh, no. I don't know what to do, also, by the way.
Go ahead, please.
Armor.
What can I Let's see what we've got.
I don't know what's going on.
Hello.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Freaking... I think if you ask her for a horse with armor, you get like a really rubbish horse.
Ask Snock Grabura, owner and proprietor. We board horses and, well, we don't actually sell horses. Anymore, that is.
Why didn't you talk to me like this outside?
The Chestnut Handy Stables used to sell horses, but they're gone. Our horses. All gone. Big mystery. No idea where they went.
Did you eat them?
I almost walked into that one. No. Of course not. That would be wrong. You shouldn't eat horses.
Not the ones that you're supposed to sell, you shouldn't. Also, probably not. I mean... There are people who eat horses. That's a meat that you can eat in countries, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Amantius Electus is complaining about crime in the city.
Yeah, but you know how they are. Can you give me horse armor?
What?
Oh, finally. Give me the elven armor, please.
Here you are, just like I promised. Thanks again for all the help.
So she was just bugged. I say that, but she didn't actually give me...
What?
An elven armor horse. Unless I need to get into a horse. For that to apply. Oh no, the game bugged out. Don't worry. Oh, no. I don't even understand what the heck that is. Was she out here, though? She is out here, okay.
What?
Like, she has a different...
The Chestnut Hand...
In order... You must write a legally... I have a legally acquired horse. What is wrong with you? Does the game not like...
Yes?
Yep. It's just one of those things, you know? Let's just wait an hour and see what happens, because... Yeah, now I'm a vampire. On fire. On top of a horse.
Snock Grabura.
Yeah. Elven armor.
Here you are, just like I promised. Thanks again for all the help.
There's no help. She also didn't give me anything. I don't even know how she would give me anything.
By the Nine Divines, you're the grand champion of the arena. This is such an honor.
And now I'm on fire. I don't know what to say. I went to all that trouble to buy the horse. Oh well. Let's go back inside. That's just how it is. Nope, no horse armor for me. I have no idea why. And why she's bugged. All the things. Agarmir's house. Yeah, let's start with the southwest area. I believe I've been to Agarmir's house. So much so that all this stuff is owned by me. Agarmir. I don't remember who he is. He might have been the skooma addict. He certainly has a lot of pumpkins. And you know what they say about people with a lot of pumpkins. They're huh! They're skooma addicts. Also vampires. They tend to be. It's complicated. Don't worry. And don't forget about these houses. I have a key for Claudius Arcadius' house?
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or...
Resist arrest.
Then pay with your blood!
You jerk, for 5 gold. I don't even know if this is Claudius Arcadia, the jerk that I'm... Did I kill him or something? What happened? That's just an Imperial Watch member. Being an Imperial Watch member. You know how they are. Anyway. I'm just gonna go around a little bit. You don't eat a riding horse after he dies, do you? I don't ride horses. Ooh! Human heart. Have you seen what this is? I think this is related to why he's here and why I have the key. But we're good. Let's reload. We don't need to be on fire for one, and also we don't need this nonsense. Guards. Right? Am I right? What does ores taste like? Please don't say chicken. I have no idea. I think I might have eaten it once, but I was like 14 or something. I think I ate something weird, but I don't remember what it was anymore. At least this one I didn't have a key for. It's not the best meat. Yeah, I have the impression that it is... It's sort of on the cheap, basically. And used for dog food and things like that. I don't know why it would be like that, but apparently it is. There's something interesting about the Akal Teke race. They choose their owner and stay with them forever. And if the owner dies, they kill the horse because it won't eat or drink without their owner. And the meat tastes like cow. Well, there you go. And that's all the houses on the outside side of the thing. So, Agarmir, Matthias Draconis' house. Let's go in there. Excuse me.
For the love of Azura. What can I do for you?
I mean, it's fair.
Be seen.
Ah, well, I'm just checking. I think my bounty is just... My bounty did not increase. However, I do have the key for this, which is interesting. I don't know why I have the key for the house, but apparently I do. Just go with a little bit of invisibility. He still pursues me. I have the key, so shut up. He didn't notice me, I don't think. Nope. I mean, there's nothing to see here. Need to make sure the guards don't see me, otherwise they come to stop immediately. Samuel Bantian. Is this the...
Samuel Bantian. You want to learn a few tricks about security? I'm your man.
I want to know a few tricks about your mustache trimming techniques, maybe.
I only do the training anymore. None of the rigs and tricks. Rochelle and me just want the settled life nowadays.
It's a special type of horse race, and the Tatar tribes have a special bond with their horses. Hey Dante, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I am just looking around, going around Cyrodiil, actually the Imperial City. Literally all I'm doing today. You're pretty late. Yeah, I'm gonna stream for for 15 more minutes, so you can still chill. It's fine. You're always welcome. And of course, you can catch these streams later on YouTube as well. There's a playlist and all that sort of stuff if you care to. Of course, what I really advise you to do is to look into the Let's Play, because that's how you get to enjoy the game without me talking about things that are not that don't have anything to do with the game. And that's not without me talking about things that are tangentially related to the game, because I do ramble even in the edited Let's Play. I ramble everywhere. It's just a terrible habit of mine. Terrible habit.
Greetings.
Yes, he's very upset that I'm there. No, he's not. Interesting. Look at the cozy little alley over here. Oh, I've been forgetting to go into the sewers. I need to do that. Because we have cleared the sewers of other places, but not of this one. Excuse me.
What is it, citizen?
Freaking weirdos. Angeli's house. As long as there's not a guard in there, I'm good. They have a long history of equestrianism. Excuse me.
Angeli Blakely. This is my father's house. He was lost at sea many years.
Currently on Pathfinder Let's Play, I do ramble a lot. It's probably it may not be the one where I ramble the most, but I do ramble a lot in Pathfinder Kingmaker. The one that I ramble the most, where would that be? I would say Disco Elysium, most likely, is where I ramble the most. No. It isn't Disco Elysium. I do ramble a lot in Disco Elysium. Pillars of Eternity is where I ramble the most. Certainly, Pillars of Eternity 2, I ramble for days. There is easily 2 hours of me just talking about nonsense. It's not nonsense. It's very important, and the most important aspect of the Let's Play, because nobody cares about the game. It's all about the ramble. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff there for sure. I think you rambled your most back in your early videos. Really? You think so? Oh, I'm getting better then. I can't. You are too kind. You cannot. That's not. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if that's true. Didn't talking about steak.
I'm content here. Someday I hope to meet the right man, but not a seaman. Never.
Never seaman. Reject the seaman.
The Grey Fox made a fool of Hieronymus Lex.
They did, with a seaman.
Bye.
No, actually, it didn't have. It wasn't involved. Can I not be bugged out? I really appreciate it when I'm not bugged out. Also, I will get a bribe, or not a bribe, a bounty. I did not get a bounty because of that. All I want is to get some non-read, really. At this point, it's what most likely that I find is non-root. That's a lie. he constantly rambles in Deadfire about writing. Of course I'm gonna ramble about writing. I'm not gonna ramble about the combat, although I do also ramble about the combat. But yeah. It's you know, whenever they say stuff like, are the gods real? And I'm like, what is gods? What is real? What is anything? And that's basically that's the long and the short of it. Really, it's just that's where it goes. They better not start with that. I think Obsidian needs a seriously pedantic editor, just like lead senior editor for all their games. That is me.
It's time for you to leave, my friend. Helvo Aetius. Severius says I have to stay out of sight, so
I've watched that
I'm
fire
stuck
playthrough
here until things blow over.
What do you mean things blow over? What? Are you from the real world?
It wasn't my fault. Saren and Sintav started it, but I'm the one who got caught, so I'm the one who has to cool his heels.
It's not about any pandemic. So cool your heels.
Farewell.
Apparently that's an expression. It isn't. He's just drunk. And that's that. No blood, no anything, no human heart in the basement. I don't understand why the stealth indicator is not working. You can see it, by the way, but it isn't. In fact, because this is never going on the Let's Play, you will never see it. Because my face is covering it. What do I want? Oh, I want to make sure our bounty is good. This man is still running after me, but that's just his insanity. What do we have? Severius Aetius' house. Wait, we'll be doing
time now.
Hello.
Severius Aetius. We will comply with the Watch's orders. The Aetius family will stay clear of the Sintavs if they stay clear of us.
That's a little feud that we heard of.
Someone told me that...
We heard about this feud from people. It's a whole thing. I'm not really sure what's going on, but there's no quest associated with it. They just talk about it. A little bit of world building with text. But, you know, it's kind of cool. Very typical of Bethesda. The way they write is very much like this. They just sort of come up with little interesting stories that basically are the whole of the universe of certain characters. Certain characters are all about that. Morrowind is a lot more prominent in that. It's just a little bit harder to spot because you need to read. There's also a little bit more environmental storytelling in Morrowind than there is in any other
How do you do?
Bethesda game. And I'm just going around
Take care.
meeting people in the Tiber Septim Hotel. I mean, maybe. Ruslan, I talked to Ruslan.
What?
I wish you read it before commenting on it, not every sentence, though. Wait, there's a lie. He comes around. I wish you read it before commenting on it, not every single sentence, though. Why does Colonel have 100+ videos of most games? Long games, no, he rambles. It isn't. It's the games. It's the long games.
They say a thief.
It's not because he finishes games or anything. That's also the case.
Be seeing you.
What do you want?
Oh, I remember rambling a lot about Enderall.
Someone told me that Hieronymus...
I rambled so much about Enderall.
Farewell.
My god, that rambled in general throughout the whole series. I think I did a reasonable job not making people too bored about the fact that I explored every single area in that game. Because I was having so much fun exploring every area in Enderall that I started to realize that... I realized pretty soon that it was gonna be kind of... It was gonna be kind of something if I were indeed gonna... And as I did, explore everything. And I did explore everything. It worked out. But at the end, there's just too many writing finagles. I mean, it's fun, and still, as a game, it's completely fun. But there's just too much stuff that it's just like, no, what? Who wrote this thing?
Good evening.
Still much better than 999, though. Everything is better than 999. It was a very fun series. I really enjoyed Enderall, for sure. Indeed. Is Enderall just a mod for Skyrim? It is a total conversion. It's what's known as basically making a game in the engine of another game. So basically, it doesn't have anything to do, storyline, setting, anything to do at all with Skyrim, but it does use the same engine. The version that you can get on Steam right now, though, is a standalone version. So it just uses the same engine, but it isn't technically a mod. I mean, it's kind of complicated to define what is and isn't a mod. Because, like, Counter-Strike, is it a mod of a Half-Life? Even though it's standalone since version 1.3, I think. Is it? Maybe it is. But if you say that Counter-Strike, just even today, is a mod of Half-Life, and you just say it earnestly, and people understand what you mean. It's not like... Yeah. I'm so ignorant on Enderall. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. Definitely the most fun I've had it with any Elder Scrolls games. Like, it's really engaging. Really, really, like, work of passion for sure. But there's just too many little quabbles. Not quabbles. Foibles. Foibles is the word. You know, foibles. That's a good name for a cat. Foibles is a great name for a cat. It's got the E, so you can just foibles. Just E. You got the E. The cats like the E sound. And you can just foo and just like foibles. It's a good name. So Enderall will not interfere with my current install of Skyrim. Not the Steam one, no. I think even the old version did not interfere with the install of Skyrim. I think they did something with the game. I'm not really sure. You can say that it started as a mod, but now is a standalone game. My cat name is Mr. Cat. You know what? I have a cat. Actually, the only cat that I have. Also does not have a name. We never gave her a name. So she just... call her whatever. I call her names. Just like... I pick her up and pet her and whatnot, and I'm constantly calling her the worst names and just... saying the worst names and just, you know... But just, that's a thing that I do to cats. I don't know why. They like it. So, it's a they don't speak Portuguese, the stupid cats. Anyway. Cyber tapped him? That's the one. So we came from here. Let's go over there to the other side. Not car, no. I had a cat when I was a kitty, or when I was a kid, named Mr. Kitty. I don't remember the name of all my cats. I've had a lot. They're all outside cats, so they sort of don't last very long. So that's the reason why I've had a lot. I think the earliest I remember was Tiku, which is a very Latin name. Spanish speakers will know names like that. It might have been Teku, though. But either way, Tiku and Teku were characters, chipmunks, I think, in some...
I think... What do you want?
In some...
I'm not in the habit of answering. I'm not in the...
Really?
Take care.
You jerk. Come here.
It's my place. I'm not...
Wow.
He's seeing you.
I'm trespassing and he just goes straight back to bed. It's fair. Just like, I think you should leave. Let's go to bed. Tiku, with an O at the end. So, Tycho is how you'd say it in English. Like Tycho from Fallout 1, I think. Was Tycho in Fallout 1? Am I thinking names properly? Yeah, T-I-C-O. The O in Portuguese reads U, always. At the end. At the end, it reads U. It's the U-S. It's the remnant from the Latin U-S. So, like, for example, Ticus would be the Latin version. And so that us at the end becomes u always. Like most Latin words that end in us become u at the end. But it's an o instead of o. So that's how it works. I would name my pet 1 if I get 1, and then 2, etc. Cat 1. Arrive at the dinner table for sustenance. Okay. So we only have... Oh, we have been to Jangles house. Big Iron. We have been in there. There's probably cats. Oh, cats? There's probably guards in there. So let's save. There are no guards. Because they came in here and murdered... Well, they say they murdered all the vampires. I murdered all the vampires. Oh, there's a... I did not come up here. And I should have. Not that there's going to be anything interesting, but... Gold Emerald Ring. That's definitely something good. Tycho. Oh, that's not written the same, though. Imbel genealogy. I found a book of Imbel family genealogy. Very interesting reading. I should ask the Grey Fox about this. Should I? Considering that the Grey Fox doesn't exist. Maybe that's what people were telling me about. I got a comment. I didn't actually watch the video the comment was on, basically. If you're ever going to comment on videos on YouTube for anybody, put timestamps. It's just so much better. Just say, it's just easier. But somebody commented that I missed the book. Married Faithor. Just the dates and something or other. Could just leave it there. It's not gonna despawn. That's not how items work, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Like a fall of 1, yes. I do timestamp sometimes. Yeah, a lot of you do. But it wasn't you who commented. I don't remember who it was. Tiku here is short for Constantine. Sounds about right. And yeah, that's gonna be that for tonight. I am going to bed. Also, my voice hurts, which I don't like. I'm going to bed, and hopefully I won't wake up at 4 a.m. and not be able to sleep again. Because if that's going to happen, I'm going to play Overwatch all morning again. Because that's what I did today, because I couldn't sleep. And they banned Lucio, which means bad things. Because I love Lucio. Lucio is amazing. So yeah, that's going to be that for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the fun times and fun conversations. Stay safe. I will see you. If you want to see me... you might know from YouTube that I am doing Dungeons & Dragons. If you want to see that live, go and follow Keith Ballard on YouTube. That's where he streams. He's the only one of us who streams the sessions. Of course, you're going to see his session, but you're still going to catch it live. And we start right, it's right around this time, sooner or later. Just follow Keith on YouTube, because he plays a lot of RPGs as well. But I will be streaming in 2 days' time, Saturday. I will be streaming, so basically 2 hours before now is when I start, and I will be starting on Saturday. I'll be streaming more Oblivion then. And so yeah, thank you again. I do water the thing. Overwatch, if you want to see me fail at Overwatch, go on YouTube's, or on Keith's YouTube channel. That works too. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Yay, I found the button. I found the button.